I'm going to be showing you the scheme 416 from the Chicago's defensive playbook. You can also just put it in your custom playbook, what a lot of people are doing this year, just because you get the audibles, so that's always helpful. So a play I want to show you out of this 416 formation is called the Sugar 3 scheme. I like this formation a lot because it's easy to set up and you can get double edge heat fast. Let me show you an example. It's one of the better plays because the blitzing angles that the defensive ends actually take. As you can see here, the defensive ends go straight towards the quarterback. Now let's check the replay on it and show you more clearly. Watch the defensive end on the left and right side of the screen. Notice that their first steps are towards the quarterback. A lot of times people send blitzes and their first steps are towards the backfield. But no, I mean towards the end zone. But no, it's straight towards the quarterback, which makes it the fastest blitz in the game. Another variation I like to do out of this, and I'll show you the setups later, but I'm just going to show you exactly what you're messing with here. Is I like to only send 3 people. Alright, so let me start off with the setups. All you gotta do is man align, move your linebacker to the left, re-blitz that linebacker, and show blitz. A lot of times people may run play action, so what I like to do is pass commit basically. By doing that, you'd hold L2 and up on the right stick. So now we're getting that intense heat, and it cannot be countered with play action. Now I'm going to show you how to do it by only sending 3 guys. Man align, same setup, man align. Re-blitz your linebacker. There's only one linebacker in this game, so you can just re-blitz all linebackers if it's easier for you. So re-blitz your linebacker. Put a defensive tackle on the right of the screen in any kind of coverage, whether it's purple, deep blue. You can man them up, but I like to put them in a yellow. Put brown or your safety right here in a contain, and put your defensive end in a contain. Now show blitz. You can see we only have 3 people rushing and we have 2 contains. What I like about this blitz is that you're going to get edge heat and we're going to contain the quarterback from even rolling out. It's also very great for stopping screen passes to the right side. Another variation I'm going to show you is going to be Sugar Blitz. This is probably one of my favorite ways to run this. It's very situational. I would never run this play as my every down play, just because we're very vulnerable to the deep pass. So let me show you up by the setups. Man align, move your linebacker to the left, re-blitz your linebacker, and before you do anything else now, you want to put your outside corners in yellows. After you do that, you want to show blitz, but as you're showing blitz, you want to move all your DBs. And by that, watch how I do it. Just like that. The reason why we do that is so our DB won't come up and show man. Now it looks like we're in a zone, which we are, but essentially we're in a mixed man and zone. The whole point here is to mix up your opponent and knowing what we're doing. At the same time, we're getting double edge heat. The reason why I like putting our outside corners in yellow zones is simply for this fact. They can play the out routes pretty well, they play curl routes pretty well, they play slant routes pretty well. They play about majority of the routes in Madden really well. The only weakness to it is if they get time in the pocket and they can bomb us over the top. But with the double edge heat, they're not really going to get that. What I also like to do is I don't want to get bombed by play action. So what I like to do is I like to pass commit. Like I said, L2 and right on the right analog stick. You put it up on the right analog stick. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you how the yellow routes play on the outside. You can see both Des Bryant and Miles Austin are pretty much locked up with the yellow routes. For some reason they play very far back if we pass commit, which is very helpful. They can even sometimes stop a streak if quickly thrown. Now I'm going to show you when we block one guy. I'm going to go back to the Sugar 3 scene. Man online, we blitz linebackers, show blitz, and I would use the same setup as far as moving your DBs back, because if your DBs are on the line, it doesn't matter what coverage they're in, they will get BD. And all you gotta do essentially is just move them a tad, that's it, and they'll stop wherever they are. So now I'm gonna block one. I'm blocking the running back here, because he's been getting blitzed all game. Now he's gonna block one to stop that blitz. And it stops it. That didn't work out. I'm glad we saw that, because now I'm gonna show you how to get it in 100% of the time. The only difference we have to do here is we blitz our safety. That will get it in 100% of the time. It may be a little bit slower than the defensive end blitz, but at the same time we're adding more speed from the safety position to defensive end usually. So we'll just about make up for it. So I'm going to block one again. Here, the safety comes in for a nice sack. So now I showed you the shoulder 3 variation, and I showed you the man variation. And I'm just going to remind you that you can do the 3-man rush from any sugar blitz. Again, all you have to do is put the defensive tackle on the right of the screen in any kind of coverage, and both the defensive end and the safety in contain. If you like, you can always play the safety. All you have to do is let him make his first steps. We're going to fake blitz here, and let his first steps go towards the line, and then pull him back. The easy side. Now I'm going to show you what happens when the opponent blocks 2 people. I'm still going to send my safety in so there's no flus. So 2 people will come in no matter what. But now we're going to block a tight end and a running back. You can see the pressure got clogged up very well. We still get decent pressure because we're sending 6. But as you see, for them to stop the splits, they have to block 7. So we're automatically winning. So no matter what, we're always going to win with this formation, at least in pass coverage. Now, what do you want to do? If you really want to get to your quarterback, this is situational, very, very situational. I'm about to show you right now. This blitz right here I'm about to show you is completely unblockable. Then again, it has a lot of holes. This is what we call basically our Hail Mary defense, or our 3rd and I guess you could say 10 or 15 and longer. Because the last thing you want to do is give a good Madden opponent time in the pocket to make a deep throw on 4th down or 3rd down. A lot of times what players do is they will play maximum defense, and the offense will have time to throw the ball and dot them over the middle or dot them down the sideline. So we don't want that. We want them to have no time. So let's set up the same way as we set the other blitzes up. Man on line, shift the linebacker to the left, we blitz linebacker, and show blitz. The only adjustments we have to make now to get the unstoppable is re-blitz both defensive ends and move the corner closer. Again, like I said, this isn't your everyday complete pass stopper. It's all about mixing in different coverages, different, I guess, timing, which your opponent likes to do. So I'm going to say here that my opponent's been blocking heavy. He's blocking 7 guys. We're sending 7 guys. Essentially, we're getting 3 people in. Just like that. He just had a full formation of people blocking, and we came in anyway. The only way that you can stop the splits is basically by blocking 2 tight ends and a running back, or 2 running backs and a tight end. But if I would advise you right now, do not ever run this formation against an I form or any kind of running formations. This is merely just a shotgun defense. Now I'm going to show you what happens when say your opponent sends everyone. I want to show you that it gets 3 people in every time. This is what we call the three-way nano, or the unstoppable screen, as I can say. Yes, we are sending 7 people. But if I remember correctly, 5 against 7 is 2 extra. But we're getting 3 extra. This is why this blitz is impossible to stop. I'd recommend you not ever running that blitz against people who only block 1. Usually all you need to get it done is a double edge heat. Well, my last variation I want to show you, it's sort of the same thing, but it's more towards stopping the flats, because a lot of dominant Madden players will kill you up with the flats. But we have defense for that. Again, this 4-1-6 defense will stop any kind of I guess you could say, passing formations. So Madden line, shift linebacker to the left, re-blitz the linebacker, show blitz. Here, you don't have to really worry about the corners too much. Since they're playing flats, they don't need to be pushed backwards. Now what you want to do is re-blitz Jason Pierre-Paul and put the guy who's blitzing right here in any kind of, I guess, coverage. Whether it's yellow, man up, I like to put him in the yellow. Essentially, that's all you have to do, and you get a nice blitz taking away the flats. Now if your opponent is blocking 1, what I like to do, it's kind of fancy here, but you have to have great user skills. Same setup. You want to move your corner you want to leave your corner blitzing. You want to put Joseph guarding any receiver on the left. Contain these two. Put him, probably want to keep him back. This is more of a contain. He's blocking, remember, he's blocking 1. So you don't really have to worry about the running back. All you really have to worry about now is the tight end. None of these defenses I showed you will stop down everything. Every defense that sends heat will have its weaknesses. There is no defense in Madden that will stop every single formation, that will stop every single play. But what we can do is create a scheme to mix up our opponent and hence send that edge heat, and most of the times, good opponents make mistakes with pressure. So I hope you like this 4-1-6 scheme. It's not the greatest scheme in the world, but I like to use it a lot, especially for people who pass heavy or in second and third and long conversions. If you have people who are running all over you, I would adjust. I would advise not going to it. I would advise a cycle defense. Cycle is much better for, I guess, shotgun runs, but the 4-1-6 gives you the fastest heat in the game. So I hope you like this video. Here with Madden Mentality, this is our very first video. We're trying to show you, basically give you the advantage over your opponent. If you like this video, I would implement the scheme into your system, into your playbooks. And good luck, guys. Take care.